People work at the ARC, the protection advocacy, now more are working at, protection advocacy is still kind of new too. What's coming out too is the mental health, the departments of mental health. People are starting to get jobs there just recently. People are trying to make it happen, but more and more people are going to need to be educated on how to help people work in those kind of jobs, or even move to another state. Because after you get out there more, other states start to see you and you do work in other states and they want to bring you in, keep you in their state. And that's another decision you have to make. What you're going to do if you're going to move to another state.
Mm-hmm.
They always want you, but and somewhere else. But you have to make sure that you're prepared to do it, and you'll have supports when you get there, because people don't think about that. Because they offer you nice things. They offer you more money, travel. They'll offer you a whole bunch of things, but they won't think about, what kind of supports am I going to have when I move there?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do after my job is done? What happens after 9 to 5? Is someone going to introduce me to my community? Am I going to get involved with that? Are they going to still use the other people that they have in their state to do some advocacy stuff and not just the person that they brought in? So then that person doesn't get, they don't get mad at that person that you brought in then. And the employers don't think about all those things. They don't think about how people with disabilities don't have credit cards and don't have all those things to support them. Paying for their trips ahead of time. Who's paying for all that stuff? Figuring that out. Thinking about, when you're done, you've worked at, you've done the local and state and all those things. What's the next thing in national? What's the next thing to move on to? And sometimes people don't think about how they talk to people about that issue. They talk about, oh my God, you're done with the national. What are you going to do with your life now? Well, if you don't have anything in your life before, when you say that to somebody after that, they freak out. You got to think about how you can say things to get people saying, well, you could go back and help your local chapters. You can maybe not do anything in advocacy at all. Get into other things and helping your church or your community be more accessible. You can become a support person to a group. You could be the support person then, the advisor to the group. But just, that kind of stuff. Another thing that's huge when you become a leader is to figure out how it's okay to ask for support, because you're seen as a role model. And in your mind, you're saying independence. You're the role model. You're not supposed to ask for support. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to lead the group, blah, blah, blah. But they forget that everybody needs support in their life. And it's really hard to ask for support. And then you don't ask for it until you're drowning. Or it's a big mess. And it's worse than when I should have asked for it at the beginning. That's another issue. You have so much pressure. I think leadership has a lot of pressure too. Not that you can't take it, but also it has a lot of pressure of, you're supposed to be the one that's always able to handle it and be the person giving the support more than getting the support. And what will they think of you if you ask for support? So I think support is a hard issue for people who are leadership roles.